back to the Badass Broadcast, where we keep it real, cut through the noise, and talk about what actually matters in life, mindset, and badassery. I am your host, the Queen Lady T, and today we are diving into a game-changing concept that will free you from stress, anxiety, and unnecessary drama. The second agreement from Don Ruiz's. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to put an S on it. From the book The Four Agreements by Don Ruiz. Let's say it like that. So the second agreement says, don't take anything personally. Because here's the truth. How people treat you says way more about them than it does about you. And when you finally understand this, you stop carrying other people's baggage. You reclaim your power, your confidence, and your peace of mind. So let's break this down. Grab your coffee, your journal, your water, whatever. Just sit back and soak it in. This episode is about to shift your mindset in a major way. Let's go.
It's a badass broadcast. It's your time. Step into.
Let's be real. Most of us have spent way too much time overanalyzing a text, replaying a conversation, or wondering why someone was cold or dismissive or rude. Our ego loves to make it about us. Did I do something wrong? Why don't they like me? What could I have said differently? I know that's like my inner whiny ass voice, annoying as fuck, right? But here's the wake up call. 99% of the time, their reaction has nothing to do with you. It's about their experiences, their wounds, their beliefs, their emotional state. Think about it. When you're having a bad day, aren't you more likely to be short with people? If someone catches you at the wrong moment, they might think you're rude, when in reality, you're just stressed out. I know I'm definitely guilty of that. And that's why I don't take it personally when I run into other people in the same situation. I remember some years ago, I was volunteering for one of the local cosplay conventions, and I worked the registration booth. And this lady came in and she asked for 2 tickets. And I was like, I think I said that would be $60 or something like that. And, but I was meaning like $60 per ticket. So what I should have said was $120. Oh, she got a whole attitude. Oh, well, you said 60. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I apologize. And so, like, anyway, when she walks away with her tickets, the guy that I work under, who's like sitting behind me, he was like, you are so much nicer than I would have been. And I'm like, this is a cosplay convention. Anybody who come in here with a stank ass attitude is already having a terrible day. Maybe even a terrible life. But whatever it is, she already got a lot of shit going on. So I'm just going to let her have it. I'm going to let her have it. What's the point of making it worse, right? But the same applies to others. Like when someone is snapping at you, ghosting you, or being passive aggressive, it's a reflection of them, not you. And yet we make it personal. Why? That lady came in, she had an attitude with me because I told her the wrong amount, even though she passed 2 signs that said the amount on it. But, she still felt like she had to have an attitude. What's the point of me getting an attitude back? There was no reason for it. Obviously, that was her problem, because there was nothing worth getting an attitude about with me. It was not that serious, and I know it wasn't that serious. But the reason why we're like that, why we take things so personally, why we gotta instantly make things about us, is because we're wired to seek approval and belonging. That is the way our human brain is wired. That is the way our ego is wired. But what if I told you that the moment you stop taking things personally, you become untouchable. Oh, you become untouchable. That's where the real freedom is. All right, let's talk about the Four Agreements for a moment by Don Miguel Ruiz. If you have not read that book, it is a life changer, a heart changer, a game changer. Go read the book. It's probably my second favorite book to date. My first being Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. But the Four Agreements, it is a powerful eye-opener. And Don Ruiz explains it perfectly. He says, nothing others do is because of you. What they say and do is a projection of their own reality, their own dream. Mic drop moment. That means if someone criticizes you, it's a reflection of their insecurities. If someone is unkind to you, it's about their pain. If someone ghosts you, it's about their emotional avoidance. It's not personal. It's their story, not yours. So let's take an example. Imagine a coworker constantly undermining you. Old you might think, what am I doing wrong? Why do they dislike me? New you? Wow. Their need to compete with me says a lot about their insecurities. You see how powerful that shift is? Instead of reacting and internalizing or shrinking, you observe and you move on. You don't carry their emotional baggage. You stay in your power. You just made a quick observation. You realize what's happening, and now you're back to work. Like, it is what it is. And now let's get practical. Because it's one thing to understand that how people treat you isn't about you. But it's another thing to actually live that truth. And this is where Mel Robbins' the let them theory comes in. So if you haven't read that book yet, here, go read the book. Go read the book. It's another powerhouse. Here's the concept in a nutshell of the let them theory. When people act a certain way, let them. When someone doesn't text back, let them. When they judge you, let them. When they don't support your goals, let them. Because guess what? You can't control other people. You can't control other people no matter how bad you want to. No matter how bad they piss you off. You cannot control other people. And you don't need to. The moment you stop trying to manage other people's reactions and expectations and behaviors, you free yourself. So first, let them. Let them act out. Let them misunderstand you. Let them doubt you. And then you ask yourself, let me? Yes. Let me. Let me stay focused on my goals. Let me protect my energy. Let me trust that the right people will show up for me. See how powerful that is. Instead of reacting, you're redirecting your focus back to where it belongs, which is on you. Because at the end of the day, other people's drama is not your responsibility. But your peace, your confidence, and your happiness, that's all on you. That is all on you. You cannot change other people. You can only change yourself and your reaction. So here are 3 ways to stop taking things so personally. starting today. 1, let me pause before reacting. So when someone says or does something that triggers you, take a deep breath and ask, is this really about me or is this about them? Because most of the time, you'll realize it is not yours to carry. It's no point in even worrying about it. So let me pause before reacting and let them go do whatever they doing. Number 2, let me detach from the need for external validation. We take things personally when we rely on others to make us feel worthy. But listen, your worth is not dependent on someone else's mood, opinion, or approval, period. That has nothing to do with your worth. Detach from that need for external validation. Detach from the need to allow someone else to make you worthy or not. So let me detach from the need for external validation. Number 3, let me respond instead of reacting. So instead of jumping to defend yourself or prove your worth, step back, observe. If needed, set a boundary. But don't give away your peace trying to change someone else's perception of you. It's not your job. As I always say, what other people think about me is not my business. Don't come and tell me what nobody said about me, what nobody think about me. It's not my business. That is not my business. It is not my job to change anybody's perception of me. Let them think what they're going to think. Let me respond instead of reacting. Now, let's talk about a sneaky way we all take things personally. Social media. You're scrolling and bam, you see a post that feels like a personal attack. Maybe someone's ranting about something you just did. Maybe they're living a life you're working towards and you feel a pang of jealousy. Maybe they left you on red but are posting memes and suddenly you're spiraling. Like, oh, you're online, so I know you see me. Why aren't you answering? If any of these sound familiar, hey, right there with you. Here's the truth. People post from their own perspective, their own pain, their own priorities, not just to send secret messages to you. And while, yeah, it could be a secret message to you, but it doesn't change the fact that people post from their own perspective, their own pain, and their own priorities. That vague, passive-aggressive status is probably not even about you. That friend who didn't like your post doesn't mean they don't support you. That influencer flexing their perfect life, it's a highlight reel. It's not the whole story. Instead of reacting, try this. Pause and ask, is this actually about me? Or am I making it about me? And I know we all run across those posts and we feel like it triggers us and suddenly we feel like, oh, you can't judge, stop judging, and we want to get on there and do all this reacting and ranting. But really ask yourself, is this actually about me? Or am I making it about me? Number 2, detach and observe. People express themselves for their own reasons. more often than not, those reasons are totally unrelated to you. So number 3, reframe and move on. If something triggers you, use it as a mirror. That's what triggers are for. Not for you to lash out at somebody. Triggers are your mirror. This is the moment where you ask yourself, why does this bother me? What belief is it poking at? Because let's be real, social media is a projection playground. And the more you remind yourself, their posts are about them, not me, the less power it has over you. So the next time a post triggers you, let them post. And then let me protect my peace. I hope that something clicked here today. Because I'm feeling a shift. I'm feeling a shift in the atmosphere. Somebody's mind just went, whoa, what? And if you haven't read the 2 books that we talked about, The 4 Agreements by Don Ruiz and The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins, talk about a powerhouse, a wealth of information. Go read those books, put them on your list. And before we go, we will anchor the powerful mindset shift, heart center shift that went down here today. We are going to anchor it with an affirmation. So take a deep breath in through the nose. Pause. Release through the mouth. And repeat after me. I release the need to take things personally. How others treat me is a reflection of them, not me. I choose peace, confidence, and unwavering self-worth. Repeat it, feel it, own it. So here's our takeaway. The way people treat you is about them, not you. When you stop taking things personally, you step into a whole new level of freedom, confidence, and badassery. Your challenge this week: the next time someone does something that feels personal, pause. Remind yourself, this is a reflection of them, not me. Or as my daughter says, that's an issue, not an ish-me. Watch how much lighter you feel. And if today's episode resonated with you, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, you are an unstoppable badass, worthy of everything your heart desires. Until next time, let's get it.
Shake off the doubt, let the fear collapse. Step into your power, no turning back. Unstoppable spirit, hear the call. This is your anthem to conquer.
Want to keep this momentum going? Here's how you can take it to the next level.
Feel the flame.
Rise and thrive with my brand new Facebook community, Elevated Soul Tribe. The name has changed, the mission remains. This is your unlimited space for soulful self-love, mindset mastery, and badass transformation. Book your free badass breakthrough session, and together, let's tackle what's been holding you back. If you're loving this badass energy, consider making a donation to help keep these empowering episodes coming. Subscribe, rate, and share this broadcast with someone who needs a spark of badassery in their life. All right, love bug. I'll catch you in the next episode of the Badass Broadcast.
You're magnetic, fierce, the one to be. With every word, let your spirit soar. This is the podcast you can't ignore. It's the